G'day guys and welcome to my channel. I thought I'd start off by introducing myself and explain briefly what's going to be going on this particular tiny patch of YouTube. My name is James, aka Zalgariath, aka Fix It Fingers, and this all started with a drill. This drill, to be precise, and the need to get through some of my lovely garage wall bricks. I had a few things I wanted to mount. I really didn't have any experience with tools or any of the things you can now see behind me when I kicked all this off a bit over a year ago. And I didn't have the most important tool needed to vlog, the lovely tripod. Where it all began was these things are kind of expensive. I wanted a decent one, so I got it made as a tradie to talk about brands and things. I ended up settling on the Makita 18 volt range. So far it hasn't let me down. It is a bit more pricey than some of the other options out there, but this is the brushless one, and hopefully most of these tools should last me most of my life. And these, well, came in a kit. Just to get the drill and the batteries was going to be a certain amount, but for a little bit more, I could get some extra toys. Not all of these, but some of them. And that really started me off on what has become a new hobby, that is fluffing around in my garage / shed / man cave / now woodworking workshop. I've been inspired by a few of my favourite YouTubers, MatPat on game theory and Steve Ramsey on woodworking for mere mortals, to vlog about what I'm doing. Not in any real hope that anyone's going to watch the channel, but because I enjoy doing this, I love the sound of my own voice, and I hope you do too. This is not going to be an educational channel. In fact, I would highly recommend that if you are trying any of the things that I'm trying, you're probably doing them wrong. There are an awful lot of people out there who know woodworking, which is going to be, I think, most of what I vlog about, better. In fact, all I'm doing is stealing the ideas that I'm seeing off real woodworkers on YouTube and trying to convert them into projects for, well, the workshop and geocaching. I'm not going to explain about what geocaching is. If you already know me, you probably already know about it. I was formerly the president of Geocaching New South Wales for 5 years. I've recently passed that up, which has given me time for a new hobby. Geocaching is finding boxes out in the bush, or at least it used to be. These days it's also an urban hobby, I suppose you'd call it, obsession. And here I'm going to be trying to not only improve my woodworking projects, but working in a few geocaching angles as well. You might quickly look around the room and you're going to see a few of my other hobbies, which I'm sure will sneak in here. So there's no real formula of what's going to be going on. It is mostly going to be me really badly trying to make things and stuffing up many times. I'm not going to be trying to cover any of my mistakes. If there's anything that a brand new novice will be able to get from this channel, it's that I am, well, a brand new novice, not only with making YouTube videos, but with the woodwork in particular. I have done a couple of projects already, so I've got a tiny bit of experience under my belt, and then I decided, hey, I might as well record this for my own enjoyment. So I hope you enjoy the ride, follow along, and let's take a look at a few of the tools that I'll be playing with and hopefully not injuring myself on. So as we said, it started off with a Makita brushless, cordless 18 volt kit, and it came with a few different bits and pieces. I don't have all of them on display. I've mostly got my woodworking ones. There's an angle grinder, a reciprocating saw, and a lamp in there as well, which do come in handy, but I don't use them day to day. So we already saw the drill, hammer drill, very useful. Of course, it was what started this whole mess and has now grown into various other things. I never knew what one of these was until it came along in the kit. That's an impact driver, and it is brilliant for driving nails. Nails, screws. Told you, we're a novice. It's all about stuffing up here. I've also got the circular saw, which is my primary cutting blade. You might notice this is a garage. I have a very limited space, and if I spend any more money on tools, my wife will kill me. So buying large, expensive bits of woodworking equipment that I drool over watching all of my woodworking YouTube channels probably isn't going to happen. You will hear me lament and whinge about not having a table saw most often, along with a router table, a bandsaw, what else, the other one? Scroll saw, that looked really nice, a lathe. There are so many things that you could spend money on, and I'm going to make do with none of them. Look, I do have some pretty good tools already. It's a decent collection here. Cutting is the hardest part, and I'm going to get most of it done with the circular saw. This was a freebie actually. It was a planer that came along with the kit, and I have absolutely no idea how to use it. Haven't needed it yet, but I'm sure one day maybe I will, and it will become in handy then. Shortly after I began all this, I decided that, well, the cordless tools are great, but they are more expensive. Corded tools are probably 25-30% cheaper, and also if you don't get Makita, they are cheaper again. I nearly went with the Ryobi 1 range for the cordless, but I decided just to go that little bit step up and get the Teals. In the corded range though, for tools that shouldn't really be that expensive, I just couldn't justify the cost of spending $250 on a jigsaw. So for 70 bucks, I got the little Ryobi, and it's only had very, very light testing so far, but I'm hoping it's going to work out all right. Mouse sander, also Ryobi. This of course needed me to get power installed in the garage, which I did. My first Ryobi purchase was actually this workbench. You'll see it in every single video I make pretty much. Very, very handy, and my Ryobi vacuum cleaner as well. So that's where I'm starting out from. Maybe as months roll on and my projects and skill increase, I'll add to that collection. I have the regular assortment of hand tools as well, with saws, hammers, clamps, which are currently occupied in the first project, which you'll see shortly. And that is the most commonly used tool that I own. That and, well, a pencil. So my little square here, it's just in my hand at all times, I should say. Very, very handy. And lots of sandpaper. Well, that's all I really wanted to say for this first video. If anyone ever does bother to watch this, I hope you are kind. Please keep in mind that everything I'm doing, you're pretty much seeing it as I am seeing it for the first time. I am literally making shit up as I go along. Yes, there will be some minor swearing involved, hopefully not with me injuring myself, and hopefully not with too much frustration. The whole point of this is to have some fun, to carry on like a chook, and maybe, just maybe, end up with a few useful things at the end of it. So sit back or go away and watch Woodworking for Mere Mortals, as I said, or maybe game theory if you're a massive geek like me, or research a little bit about geocaching. Otherwise, I'll shortly have up my first set of videos on making a pegboard. Glamorous. Did I mention this will just mostly be me talking to myself? If you don't like that, you're really in the wrong place.